Jam, jam. Jam, 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 jam. Oh, how's it going, Billy? Oh, wow. Frater, it's Billy. Billy, I always liked about you is like you're never entirely sure what your voice is. You're just sort of like all over the place. Glenn always says I am all over the place. Yeah, yeah. So you going on into the camp and do that Power Glove Congress stuff? You always talk about. Yeah. We're doing some weird tonight. We're trying a JRPG game. Oh, is that diversity stuff you're doing? Billy, you're gonna get us in trouble with YouTube. Hopefully, VidMe won't mind, but you're paying that Japanese stuff, right? Billy, you don't call it that Japanese stuff. No, we're just being different here. Yeah, well, going on in. Out Frater, the show's already, but we gotta talk. Okay, you mentioned yeah, I got my reports. Frater, I got a question to ask of you. And you gotta think about it hard. What do you remember about when Frater, what do you remember after our last show in 2011? Huh. I can't remember anything. Frater, it's so many years. We should remember. When we relaunched the show, I assumed I was at Elmer's Tainted Horse Meat Snacker Shack or Crackton, Ohio. I really did. I thought I was just in Crackton, Ohio all those years, eating at Denny's and Elmer's. But apparently, I came to the realization about a week ago, like just as we were going to that Kennedy Space Center. Really, I can't remember anything after 2011. Something happened. And here's a fact, Frater. But then all of a sudden, I found myself remembering being in the woods. And I'm walking through the woods, Frater, and I see this cabin, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm Gregory Peck. I need help. I will force myself in and take the premises. So, and I just find it weird that when I went in there to meet Glenn and Billy, that you and Pugapi were already hanging out in the basement. Why? You guys have never told me why you were down there. I can't even remember why I eat myself. Frater, something's wrong. My reports are showing that this might not even be the proper dimension. So this Mandela effect thing, I think this is real. You do? Oh yeah. We're in a different dimension, buddy. Because you know why? Why? Because look, I'm going to be honest with you, bud. I don't plan to do this show for much longer. I need to get back to Crackton. I don't even know how Pugapi's here. He needs to be postmaster of Crackton. And you know what? This is going to freak you out, man. I found out it's not called Crackton, Ohio here. It's not. It's called Slapton. Slapton. But Slapton doesn't exist in our timeline. And Elmer's doesn't exist. It's called Petey's Tainted Turtle Meat. I've slapped in Ohio. Petey's Tainted Turtle Meat of Slapton, Ohio. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not. It's freaking me out. Frater, I found this out during my studies. I just assumed Crackton was always there. Why would I not? Have you talked to Pooh Guppy? Why would I talk to that fruitcake? He still thinks that he's like an employee at a salvage yard, that he accidentally dropped a car on his employer with a crane. And he just thinks that he's just got sort of a mild suspension. Frater, he's suspended for life. How can he not have the intelligence to know his job is gone there? We got problems here. So what's your theory? Theory is someone brought us back. Must have. I assume this Dark Milo guy is involved with this. He has to be. We've never heard of this guy, Frater. Frater, I actually think, and this is what I think. I think it wasn't you that trained this Dark Milo guy. It was you of this dimension. See, in our dimension, you just decided to be lazy and not ever do anything anymore. Which is what we know of you. But in this dimension, Frater, you decided to make a protege. You finally, I guess, found some people to train to replace this show with that. And they all went nuts. And that's where we at. And you're dealing with the fallout of your version of yourself in this timeline. But somebody brought us back. I assume, my report assumes it's Dark Milo. It has to be. This guy is just weird, and who else could it be? Yeah, you're right. So, do we have to go back to space and find Dark Milo? Well, I assume, Frater, he's already coming down here. I assumed he seems to be so drawn to us doing this show. And you know what? I talked to that general. I'm going to reveal a little more to you. He revealed a little more. Okay, because since we're not spoiling anymore, we're past enough episodes. We're past enough episodes, Frater. Okay. Oh, he said to me that Dark Milo and his army of eighth order army, or whatever he called it, I don't know. He said that actually those guys weren't active for the last 50 years. They weren't active? But they're a big intergalactic army. Frater, I know. It's like they just don't care. Yeah, it's like Frater, they just don't care. So, so I could kind of see why you trained that Dark Milo guy, because he's just as lazy as you. If that's his name. I have an assumption that he's named something else. And he became Dark Milo because he got butthurt. But his army is very lazy, just like he is. And so, but because we're doing this show, it's probably rubbing salt in the wounds if you want to know the truth. So he's probably getting ready to invade us, and that is all over the show. It's not about Earth. It's not about invading Earth. He's invading us. Okay. Well, this is wild. I know. Isn't this best to save this stuff for like show 15? Then we have something to do. You gotta be honest, Frater. I mean, the last two shows were a little boring. I mean, we were just trying to talk about the games, and we're just talking about games that came out a few years ago. I mean, we're just doing what we were doing back in 2010. It gets boring. I love these little episodes. Yeah. So, 10 minutes has gone by. You bother to do Power Glove Congress or, well, if you want to. Is that Peter Graves guy here? I mean, he's me, Peter Graves. Yeah, he's here. Okay, the CIG88's here, but he never says anything, and I didn't bother even ask him anything. Saw Billy outside. You had a conversation with Billy? That's an adventure, isn't it? And Glenn's here. He's messing with the heater. Yeah, here's that Glenn Farfinger guy. I had to really kind of slap that guy around when I first showed up. He's just like, yeah, let's just call this the new Frater versus Retro. I'm like, you can't do this show without Frater as H. Okay, let's just get to the game, you know. Yeah, let's do Power Glove really quick. Can we do like a 1-minute Power Glove? Yeah, I'm sure that's possible. Hey, Pookuppy, how's it going? I'm doing good. How's it doing, Peter Graves? On biography. Okay, how's it doing, Gregory Peck? I like cheese. He likes cheese. And Glenn Farfinger, how you doing? I like to chop the wood. The wood feels good on the grains. Okay, Billy, how's it going? Billy. He's Billy. And IG88. He's IG88, people. And this is the Power Glove Congress. and we're going to be playing a JRPG called Atelier Sophie. Frater, isn't that sort of a little girl game? I'm really going to have to crack down on this one, being I own this show. Why are you playing this game? It's one of those games that are like, they make it every year. The game costs like, what, $100 or something like that? And they don't even make the characters even properly go upstairs or anything. They just sort of glide on ice, you know? They don't even properly have any physics or anything. It's just, here you go, new skin. They just sort of take the same frame model, and then they just, every year there's just a new frame, new art skin that goes over all that. And then that's if the invisible walls don't stop you first. Okay, Gregory Peck just destroyed our game for tonight. I don't know if we're going to be playing this long. I certainly hope not, Frater. I mean, what's next? You going to play Dora the Explorer or something? I mean, this is like for little girls with very emotional problems. I mean, Pookuppy Adams here has problems, but it's all in the name of fun. Right, Pookuppy? I have a lot of fun. You know how much fun you can have, people, with cinder blocks? Yep, you can have a lot of fun with cinder blocks. I know. I used to take a Mountain Dew bottle and just smash him with the cinder blocks. Yeah, he's having fun. You gotta have fun. Let's get going with the game. And now we're playing Atelier Sophie. It's one of those games where it's one of those games, Frater, when they bring it out every year. Oh God, it's gonna be all anime, isn't it? There's Japanese porn. Frater, did you even check with the VidMe people if we can even play this? I mean, this might be Japanese porn or something. Those Japanese porn comics. It's a cartoon. Is this Sprout? It's Sprout. I'm Peter Graves. This is the history of biography. the history of Japanese porn comics. Yeah, it's definitely porn comics. Guys, you realize the amount of hatred in the comment section is growing. Is it? Oh, is there a lot of hatred? You little punks. Look at this, like, big-breasted 11-year-old. That's what you think, people. It's Gregory Peck making fun of your cartoons. That's right. You're gonna have to grow up and you're gonna have to chop wood for a living. You're gonna have to lift the cinder blocks all day. And all you're gonna get paid in is turtle wax. Turtle wax, that's right. I guess the cartoon's over. I guess Sprout is over for the night. Here's Barney. You might as well just play Barney Frater next, or Digo, or Dora the Explorer. Oh my God. You two have just pissed off all of me. Oh, I need to apologize, guys. This does not represent Saderingrad Productions, and the views of Gregory Peck and Pooh Guppy Adams do not represent the views of Saderingrad Productions. Okay, so what are you doing, Frater? I guess you just get ingredients and just jumping around. Is there a pair of pants around, Frater? What is your fascination with not wearing pants? You know, the mental ward people don't wear pants. That's true. That's true. I mean, look at Pooh Guppy Adams. He doesn't wear any pants sometimes. But I make him to. Yeah. Why was there loading just to go outside the house? I mean, that area is obviously not that large. Oh, So, okay, you sort of did a jump cut there, Frater. Well, stuff before that was me basically getting lost in town. Well, I guess then everybody's going to be like, well, see, the game's bigger than you thought, Frater. What do you think of that? Well, it isn't that it's big. It's just, it just all looks the same. I'm just trying to get to some action. I don't want to mess around with things. I just want to get to action. Well, Frater, then why didn't you put Fallout 4 back into the machine? I mean, this is a really basic, easy thing. You put Fallout 4 in, you go and blow up some raiders, and you have a good time. But instead, you're playing little girl games. You're not wearing a dress again, are you? And high heels and... No. It's not required. Okay. Oh, Frater. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, you just run around and... See? Now look very carefully. It's a loading screen. I know that. Look real carefully. If you look carefully, she doesn't even look like she's touching the ground. It's weird how to describe it. It's like the ground is glass or something. Don't talk to her. So you telling me, Frater, if it was Fallout 4, you'd wear that big, huge dress? Yeah, sure. Well, he's open. He's very open about things. Of course, personally, I think I'd be more focused on getting a nice, good functioning machine gun if it was the end of the world, but Frater's just more focused on the dresses. But you can't judge somebody nowadays. We're a progressive show here, people. We invite everybody. Unless you like to cut people's heads off. Insert who could that be. Yeah, you're not invited to the show. You're just bad. Bad person. What the heck? Is she praying to something? What is this? Is this who? Is she giving you some kind of like moral happy lesson or something? Is this like who is the boss or something? Gregory Peck, I don't even know if the audience here is old enough to know what the TV show is that is Who is the Boss. I think we are dating ourselves big time here. I think showing our age. Wow, Frater. Danny, what's his name there from Who's the Boss? He was awesome. Yeah, he was awesome. Did he play that guy who was on Chips? No, Gregory Peck. That's Eric Estrada. I'm actually old enough, I remember having an Eric Estrada figure. And they remade an Eric Estrada figure for Chips back in the late 90s. They just kind of got all retro about Mego figures, and I still got one. Well, that's awesome. That's just awesome. At least you're not wearing a dress. You just disappeared into that character, by the way. This is a Catholic church, isn't it, Frater? It's just all Mary worship. What's that got to do with the Hebrew Bible? Literally nothing. It's funny how they try to justify that. I know. I like Gregorian chant and stuff. I mean, you can clearly see in some of my videos on VidMe, I really do like Gregorian, and it's relaxing. It's very relaxing, Frater. I'm just saying, as long as there's not like some kind of Mary worship, that's just stupid. Is there anything happening yet in this game? I mean, we had basically... We basically had, nothing happen. Well, I'm trying to get to some action, but what happened was I went to talk to that lady. I thought that she was just gonna give me just some little advice or something. And no, she just talked her head off. And well, see, that's the thing you forget, Frater. You have a penis. You have a penis, Frater. See, women, they're all about the kids and raising kids and cooking food and kitchens and things like that. All that stereotype shit that's gonna get us in trouble, so we can never put this video on YouTube. I think we can never even put up even the old shows on YouTube, and I don't think we can put the new ones up either, even though they're much cleaner than the old ones. Oh, they're much cleaner. And first off, I must ask the question, this girl right here, this blonde girl, it looks like that girl you worked with named Lexi. Would you not name names? Well, I have to, Frater.
Here I go. Ouch. Wide open.
And now we're fighting jelly beans. And so the only male character is just this fat kid. Wait a minute, he's a fat kid, isn't he, Frater? He is. It's Kim Jong-un. Oh, isn't that representative? The only white male we get, only guy we get is Kim Jong-un. We get Kim Jong-un. Yeah. And you got Lexi here. Would you stop it? At least you're not seeing her last name. I don't even know her last name, so. Well, I have to, associate that. I could actually call her something from, EastEnders, like Lucy. That's right, we do watch EastEnders. I watch EastEnders all the time. In Emmerdale. Frater, can we just talk about EastEnders instead of this stupid game? This game's for little girls. No. We're not talking about soaps.
Here I go.
But Frater, think about it. We're gonna have a Power Glove Congress where we talk about nothing but soaps. British soaps. This show's really gone to a dark place. It has gone to a dark place. And another thing is, why does that girl have like such a tight top? She probably can't breathe. Did you know in Victorian times, Frater, that the clothes were so tight, like the corset, the women would faint really easy. Now, basically, combat would kill this girl because she's really struggling with oxygen. So she wouldn't really be able to get much oxygen. Peter Graves, what do you think about this? I'm Peter Graves. We talk on biography. We talk about the history of the corset and how it made women heavily suffocate to death. There you go, Peter Graves. Welcome back. And Kim Jong-un is a happy, happy man. And we're about out of time. Well, there you go. See you next time.